Michael, how did you already get here? That's crazy, bro. You're so fast. Maybe have I been alive longer than I thought? That's weird. Oh, I have it pointed. So here's my setup. I just came out today because I was like, you know what? I can come out and get a little bit of sun. So I didn't do too much. This is a small beach. I don't actually know if anybody will drop by and chat with me. But if they do, I will chat. Hopefully you can hear me too. Let's see here. Yeah, brother, it is flat. So I put this little thing out here. Here's my spread today. It's not too good. It's all beat up from yesterday too. But let's see if we can get somebody to chat with me. I don't know, man. I only had one talker. That's why I put the sign up, like that, because I wanted to, by the way, just in case, I've got that too. But anyway, who knows, maybe I can just chat while I sit at the beach, do nothing. Hopefully someone will come up. Anybody hear me, by the way? Audio is good. Here's my sign. I'm like shaking a little bit. Let's see. Might have bored everybody yesterday. It's all good, man. Like I said, I don't know how much business I'll get today, but I figured I might as well get a little bit of sun. And see if, someone comes by and chats. Oh, that reminds me, I have to get my business cards. Also, I thought this could be a good time to chat with people, maybe about the Flat Earth Fokker, his situation. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help him. Him, Mike Marshalick again, exploring again. And maybe even Grumbles and Grumbles. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. Grumbles and Grumbles. Oops, sorry, my friends. He's got issues he's dealing with now. Everybody's got issues. I don't know if Maryland's, does anybody know if Maryland's was resolved? I really don't know. Hope Mac is doing all right. Jack the Giant says, yeah, man, last I heard, he's been stressed out, that's for sure. Because dealing with the court system seriously is a miserable experience for pretty much everybody. And if you have any questions, I'm here. If you want to chat, I'd love to. I'm looking for conversations. That's for sure. I have somebody taking a look. Somebody said I didn't see. Let me see. Wish I was at the beach, says Mad. Yeah. Hey Fred, my brother. Yeah, I'm kind of taking it easy today, so if nobody wants to hang around, I get it. I just figured that I'm just gonna do the relaxed version, man. It gets tiring, like running around, and also I sound all crazy, I think, sometimes. Like, crazy because I get all out of breath. And yeah, we don't live on a ball. Huh? They lied to us, I think.
Hey, bud. I don't know. I'm trying real hard to ignore you. Help me out where you can.
Oh, I didn't know I was talking with you. There we go. I'm not allowed to have a conversation now with people. You gotta love this world, don't you? Well, it's science, really. First, it really is scientific. Excuse me, you will? I love you. If you Google it, that's all I'm really out here for, is have people look into it by themselves, make up their own minds. I do have flatearth101.com is a kind of a good place, because if you can believe it or not, Google and YouTube censor flat Earth. It's weird. So I'll let you go though. If you want to chat though, I'm here. So that's good. I had a couple people already. I mean, you know, what more do I need, right? This guy's taking a quick peek at our message. I'm not going to go too crazy on handing out cards right now. If you guys are good, I'll let you see my Buddha belly today. Oh, is Trinity 4 here? Oh man, hey Trinity, it's good to see you. I know we have to do a live stream together. I'm finally like digging myself out of my shell, you know. So we can do that soon, man. I actually got my brother helped me get all set up technology-wise, because I don't know if you know this, but Google Chat, like they removed their video function and all that. So I had to relearn how to use Google Video, and I think it's Google Phone. Who knows? So yeah, I don't know if everybody knows, but probably everybody does. But Trinity 4 he's living right in the middle of like ground zero right now. I don't know what to believe on the news or not. So it's good to have boots on the ground in a way, although maybe it's not having him be there. You know, it gets freaking dangerous, which who knows, probably could, right? So, I hope the wind isn't too bad. If it is, I'm sorry. So yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking that Flat Earth Fokker, he you know, he's kind of probably feeling pretty isolated. The fires and looting is out of control. Significant events here in South Africa. See a bit of it, and he sees a bit of it. Dude, all I know is I think I'm on the exact opposite scale of where you are, Trinity. Like my town is like probably the quietest town ever. Like I think the average age is like 70 some freaking years old, and it's like all freaking white. And pretty quiet, you know. I mean, how much trouble are old people going to cause? Old white people, especially, right? Now, if it was old black people, just kidding. It seems to be cooling off, but it might still go off again. Good. So anyway, I was chatting about Mac, Flat Earth Fokker, Mac Carhar. I think that's how you say his name. And it's like, whew, you know, man, what can we do for him? Is there anything we can do for him? Anybody even care? You know, I don't know. But it's like I said, he's quite isolated. In terms of where he's at now, I think, and he like last. I don't know if you guys have all subscribed to him, but he is on Odyssey, which is like a derivative of Library, LBRY. So he's on there, and he's still. I don't know how he's on Facebook. I don't know how anybody's on Facebook at this point. I can't seem to last on there, like I always say, for more than 2 minutes. But literally, like 2 minutes. But he's on there, and so you can find the Mac on Facebook. You can find him on LBRY, and you can find him on Odyssey. I'm on Odyssey too. I just use it as a backup for when they blow up my channel, if they ever do. Yep, you're welcome. And thanks everyone for dropping in too. And like I said, you know, I don't know how substantial this will work out, but I didn't even bring my other video camera today. Just being lazy. I just wanted to kind of go out, enjoy the day a little bit, maybe get some sun on my psoriasis skin. Hopefully it'll help. So there's that. It was real here, man. So much evidence of burnings. Yeah. No, I wasn't calling it fake, but I was just, you know, you never know how the news is portraying it. So yeah. So anybody, any ideas on anything we can do for flat Earth? For flat Earth Fokker, man? Anything? Anybody? Why would someone think you're? Oh, jeez. I need to start using my own block on the poor trolley trolls. So who thinks? Anybody think that this little setup here possibly will yield us a maybe people to come? I don't know what to do here. Maybe I pull this a little tighter. See. Hang on 1 second, peeps. Just trying to get it to be a little bit more readable. But I don't know if I'm doing that or not. Maybe that helps. No, I gotta pull it out. Let me see. There we go. I think that's the best of that. Let's see. Take a peek now. So let's see what the people from the beach see. Or from the water, I should say. I mean, can't go in too far because I have my wallet. So yeah, the flat's not going to come to people without even trying, right? I don't even have to do anything now. Just put my sign up and eat French fries. Oops. So my flat part is a little bent. So maybe I can fix that a little bit. Let's see. I think I have some people who hate me already too. Not too many though. Just a couple. I don't know what to do. This one little part here bends. Oh, I do know what I can do. Hold on. Sorry guys. Oh no, this one needs it. So that pole needs it there. There we go. I have an idea, my friends. Hold with me. Sorry. Ripped my bag. There we go. Just grabbed another pole. Just screwing it in real quick. And then the wind won't be able to blow it so much. Yeah. That's it. That's better. What do you think? Could they be lying about the shape of the earth? You ever hear of it? Here we go. Sorry guys. In the ass sometimes. Let me see. I don't know if it's okay or not. Research flat. I gotta get that one edge a little bit better. Could be funny someone do a Fokker parody. I think. There we go. I think I got it now. Yeah. Got it. Let's see. One more time. Check out my work. There we go, baby. Look at that. I don't even have to hold it. It's automatic. I just automated flat Earth activism. So. Let's see. Anybody talking about Mac now? a parody. I think we should definitely maybe get make some prison packages for him. For when he's in there. So he's going to need cigarettes. I think those are very valuable in the clink, right? What else? He needs a Bible. You need to get him a Bible. Here, look, these people are reading my sign. Come on over. Here we go. See, you guys, anybody read the Bible here? I'm not going to lead with it, but anybody do? Anybody read the Bible ever? There's a great there's a great line where they say like you know, you're a fisher of men. You'll be. I feel like I'm fishing out here. Here, have a card.
Right on, dude.
Gotcha. Have you guys ever explored the shape of the Earth? Well, you guys must be really open-minded because you brought, you know, you bring
We are open-minded.
somebody, you know, a younger mind here. Most people are going to shelter a younger mind from something.
Oh no, we don't do that.
Very cool. Well, there are some interesting.
Well, you're into Walt Disney and all that.
No, come here and I'll show you why I have them on here. You already know about it? Like, you guys know about, you know what the OK sign is, right? 666, yeah. And you guys are aware that about the Google?
Been a three-pointer in the NBA.
Yeah, they got us really believe. Yeah, they always want the truth hiding in plain sight, so we think it's something else, right? But you see the Google?
Yes.
The Google, this logo that has this 3 6s in it. Do you see them?
Yep.
Yep. And then I don't know if you guys are up with Freemasonry.
Oh yeah.
And then here's their apron, their ceremonial apron, which looks like almost.
That's the cups of funeral. That's what you call it.
And what's scary is that Google then has, like, if you look at the sign of Satan, and then you have Google's, like, why are they doing, right? So,
So you really, so it's flat, right?
I can tell you a few things to start you off on.
It's flat.
Does the idea that people in Australia right now standing upside down and it rains, literally the rain is coming up towards us from the clouds, does that get a little bit, when you think about that, think about that.
That's crazy.
That is, and then when you look at that horizon behind you,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good thing we have gravity, or else they would have fell off by now.
yeah, the only problem with gravity, guys,
I like it.
the only problem with gravity is, do you know that if you ask a physicist to tell you what gravity is, they will tell you that they cannot tell you what it is. They have to say that.
Yeah.
They don't know what gravity is.
Oh no. Yeah.
And yet, water to a spinning ball. You know how fast they say we're spinning? 1,045 miles an hour. Here in Florida, it's probably more like, what, 700 or so, because we're right not at the equator. I mean, that would be if we were actually spinning.
Oh yeah.
But do you feel an ounce of, have you ever felt any motion?
No.
I have a good 666 one for you too. They say we're circling the sun in an elliptical manner each year, right?
Yeah.
At 66,000, guess what? 600 miles per hour. And another one for you.
So what's your thoughts, David?
Well, I just can't understand what pictures I see from the space station of this beautiful sphere.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you look them up, those are not photographs. Those are considered CGI because they literally put them together. They are. Yeah, I'm live. We're live. You waved to everybody. It's not, by the way, I only have about, probably only 20 people watching right now, so no big deal.
Good. Earth is flat. Yeah.
I think she just gave us the bird. Did she? But anyway, it's axis that are right. We have an axis supposedly,
Yeah.
a tilt.
Yeah.
What is the tilt? You guys, anybody know? I know. I know a lot about the ball Earth now that I looked into it finally. 23.4 degrees, right?
Yep.
Well, what is 90-degree angle minus 23.4? Do the math.
I know.
Yeah. What? Like,
That's scary.
I can't make this stuff up, right?
I don't want
Are you gonna look into it a little?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
I love you
Dude,
guys.
dude,
Thank
I
you so
appreciate it.
much.
Appreciate it.
So
man.
my
I
mission
love-
is done here
I
today.
love the whole setup.
Does anybody else need a card, or you're all good with one? Oh, yeah. The FlatEarth101.com, by the way, is a decent source to start.
30. Oh my gosh. It's been a beautiful
Thanks, guys.
show. Thank you. Good to see you. Same here. Be good.
Doc Michael says, what does 666 mean? It's a good question, man. What does 666 mean? Tell me, everybody. Flat Earth guy. My family won't believe it until, yeah, man, dude. Whew. You and me both, brother. So hey, Truth, MC McDirty work. Hey, brother, thanks for dropping in. Um, Dude, there's like a super breeze out here, so it's not even like the sun is crazy, but I'm probably gonna get burned. Anyway, Truth MC McDirty work. He puts up some good vids. I don't think he's doing too much on YouTube anymore, but he is on BitChute, just so everybody is aware. We know that the Earth is not a spinning ball. Have to do our part to wake the others. 33 watching. That's funny. People said, so was anybody able to hear the audio of those people speaking of our conversation, or was it complete waste? If the audio is really difficult, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be buying an external microphone, maybe for my camera, so if I do live streams in the future, if I continue to do them. But if the audio is so horrible that you can't hear the people speaking, then kind of what's the point, right? Doing a live stream. Hey, so that was pretty cool, man. They actually came to me. I didn't have to do anything. They got a card off. So, audio's good, guys. Yeah, audio's good. Audio check. Audio check. The video gets a little bit pixelated. Okay, thank you, appreciate it. So yeah, so it seems like, I bring up Flat Earth Locker. I'm bringing him up a lot, and it really does seem like we just don't know what to do, because I don't, we could definitely do a parody video, but man, then somebody has to make it. I don't know if I really want to be, making more videos on parody. I definitely think I could make a video about his predicament, maybe to make people aware, and then, maybe we could get that to be replayed on other channels. I could try to get it posted on the Flat Earth People Finder. By the way, Flat Earth People Finder crossed 6,000 people, so it's kind of cool. I know it's clunky, guys, and I know there's people who have a hard time with it, but hopefully people will bear with it and occasionally try to get on there and put on an event. And, if you see an event, if you could put it into it, if you use the People Finder. I need to do that more myself, obviously. And if not, then I think at some point Greg and I, Flathead Politics, we need to have a discussion. Like, is it time to just turn off the Flat Earth People Finder? Because, what is the point of having him continue to work on it if people don't really have it, if there's no value in it, or if people don't like it? CCT Watchers has made some great captures of the sun. It's hard to read out here, guys. Just taking a peek. So besides, and then let me see here. Even with all your valid points, it's hard to believe. What happened here? Because of all we've been taught our entire lives. Yeah, man. I'm not really going to convince anybody out here on the beach. I'm pretty sure. Do they capture the changing of the light bulb? Really should be doing a walk. Oh, here we go. Cheers from Brazil. Earth is flat. That's very cool. Hey, in Brazil, do we have any people on the Flat Earth People Finder in Brazil? That'd be cool if it could get started out there too. Again, that's if people are finding any useful. I find it to be, like, I can't believe that it's not a little bit useful. The notification now works. I'm pretty sure it works for my phone. I get notified if there is anything that pops up in my area on my phone, and so that's very helpful for people, I think. to to be able to have that and be able to do it almost on an automatic basis. Thanks, thank you, thanks Doc for putting that in there too. Um, it's a, but I don't think I don't know if that's zoomtruth.com. I can't read it, but like my website really isn't too helpful anymore. I think it does. I think it does have the scanner though to get your phone to download. So yeah, that could be good. I think my brother did change that. It's kind of funny to be at the beach with a nice flat horizon while I chat. Who maintains the sun simulator? It's probably the big man in the sky. Would be my guess. There are millions of flat earthers in Brazil. Can you get them onto the Flat Earth People Finder so we can show how that it could be useful? Are you on the Flat Earth People Finder there, my Brazilian friend? I don't know. But if you're not, and you could get that going out there, that would be maybe show how we could do it here in the United States. I'm not sure if you guys have very many meetups and things like that either. So business is pretty slow here. This is why I know typically I'm not going to come here to do flat Earth chatting, but Junior Maker says not yet. Okay. All right. Well, if you can't, I don't know if you like the idea or not, but I'll tell you a couple things about it real quick. Sorry, guys, but I'm going to mention it. Greg, Flathead Politics put enough time in this. That's the least I can do. And that is the Flat Earth People Finder. Like, if you want to have a meetup, or if you want to do flat Earth activism, or if you're doing an experiment of some sort, you can put the whole event into a little event section, and then you can click a notification so that it will actually send out notification to everybody within a 100-mile radius of the location. Preacher's angry truth. People need to do exactly what Zoom Truth is doing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would be nice. Imagine it would be cool if we see more of this. And I'm sure there's probably a lot of people who aren't so narcissistic as me, who go to the beach or go places and don't film themselves, right, doing activism. But Witsit gets it. I went to like a basketball game. He was on I think, yeah, he was live on YouTube for a little while. Thank you for the compliments. But I think we're supposed to give glory to God at this point, right? We're supposed to do that. Trevor, somebody says, oh, thanks, Maker. I can barely be Junior. Yeah, so you can when you make an event, it'll send out the notifications automatically to all those people in your area, and then it's just towards asking people if we're going to continue with it. Maybe it's time to get some help financially, so Greg, it doesn't all fall on his back, and that we can get it running a little bit more smoother then, because it's a one-man show right now. He's doing all the work, which is pretty overwhelming, I would imagine. So if you're doing it by yourself, so yeah, I think maybe the next, I planned on doing it, maybe I'll even do one tonight, but I definitely want to talk about Flat Earth Fokker more, his situation, and Mike Marshalik. I know I keep bringing those two up. Mike Marshalik, he's exploring again. I wish if he was here, if he is here, if anybody knows Mike Marshalik's his new channel that he's posting his videos, he's posting some of his videos of what the police did to him, the SWAT team. And I don't know if everybody here knows what happened or who he is, but his original site is exploring again. And he is very interested in going to Antarctica and figuring out what's beyond the area that we're supposedly not allowed to go to. And that was his big thing. And then when the Chinese thing hit, I gotta stop bringing that up like that. I think I don't want to say it. But when the Chinese thing hit, he he's like 2 days later, he was sending his kid to school, and they were requiring his, I think his 5-year-old son at the time, they were requiring his son to wear a mask to get into school. And he basically tried to get his son to just go into school without wearing the mask. He said that he was exempt because he has, I think, some type of a physical, requirement. Probably that he just wants to breathe fresh air. Anyhow, I might have a customer. Hey, dude. Anyhow, you want a card? You want a card?
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you. Give you a card. YouTube censors a lot of this stuff, so.
So the Earth is flat.
Yeah, man, we're not on a spinning ball. That would be pretty crazy if that's true, wouldn't it? Have you ever looked into it?
No.
No. You remember? Can you remember when you learned that you live on a spinning ball?
Yeah, because we do.
Well, what age were you? Do you think?
5.
5 years old, right? And your teacher told you, okay, you're standing up here, and the people in Australia, where are they standing? Standing upside down on the other side of the
They
earth.
are. They are.
Yeah, you've seen that?
Yeah.
Have you seen the pictures from space where they show the people,
Yeah, they're real.
airplanes flying upside down?
They're real.
Yeah. Why do you think they're real?
People have been outside of the Earth.
What people?
Been in space.
Yeah. Why do you think that's true?
They're up there. They're taking pictures.
They're taking pictures. Have you ever seen the movie Superman?
No.
Have you ever seen like Spider-Man or any of those movies? Well, in Superman movie, right? If you saw it, were to see it,
You ever seen Great Outdoors?
hold on. They can make Superman flies. He literally flies through the air. And I saw it in the movie. So I guess that means that he really can fly. Do you think, or not?
No.
Why can't he fly?
It's fake.
It's fake.
Yeah.
Right. How do you know those space movies you're watching aren't fake?
They're not.
I'm just asking, how do you know?
See it on TV.
You saw it on TV, so that means it's real?
Yeah.
So everything on TV is real?
Most of it.
I would beg you to reconsider on that thought of yours. Yeah. I would say most of what you're seeing on TV is probably not real. That's the world we live in. I can tell you, I know quite a bit about like the Ball Earth model now.
Uh-huh.
So, but maybe you remember some of this. Do you, on the Ball Earth model, do you know that they say we're spinning right now? Do you know how fast it is that they say we're spinning? They say we're spinning 1,045 miles an hour right now.
Yeah.
1,000. You know how fast a bullet travels out of the barrel of a gun? 1,000 miles an hour. Can you see a bullet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see a bullet leave a gun's barrel?
Yep.
Really?
That's pretty good eyes.
I guess so.
I haven't fell off the Earth yet, so
Why do you think we would fall off the earth if it was flat?
edges.
Edges? Really? What makes you think there would be an edge? Like, is there an edge to space?
According to this, there is.
According to what?
Earth is flat.
Why would there be an edge to space? Why does necessarily it being flat have anything to do with how limited it would be in terms of its how far it extends? You see?
Earth is flat.
See, I'm just trying to point out. You might.
What about mountains, though?
Yeah. Well, that's terrain. I'm not. Yeah. I mean, Earth is flat with terrain. Let's say. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Essentially, what I'm saying is like when you look out at that horizon out in front of us, right? You see that horizon? If you put a ruler up to it, you can one of these days take a ruler and put it up to that horizon, and it will be perfectly. The horizon will be perfectly flat with the ruler. So we're not really experiencing, right, curvature visually ourselves.
No.
Right? Now, what's really interesting is that have you ever heard that the teacher will tell the students that when a ship sails straight out, right, and it starts to disappear from view, it disappears from the bottom up, and the last thing you'll see is the tip of that mast, and that's evidence of curvature. Have you ever heard that?
No.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay. Well, a lot of times they'll tell you that. And there's some ways to question whether that's actually true or not, that that's actually happening. Do you think you have any interest in looking more into this?
Maybe.
Maybe. Good for you. I appreciate you giving me a maybe. That's more than I thought. I was expecting, to tell you the truth. You have to. It's very, very difficult to believe, right, that they could be lying at such a level, isn't it? And you might even ask, like, why would they even be lying, right? Which is, I think, a really good question. You know, why would they be lying? You know, so those are all things you can, like, if you investigate it yourself, you can make up your own mind. You know what I mean? And how often, when you're in school, do teachers ask you to make up your own mind when they tell you about the history of the United States and you're in history class? Do they ask you to investigate yourself, or do they kind of give you a book and tell you, here's your history, read it, and I'm going to test you to make sure you know your history? Do they do that?
Yeah, they're gonna test you.
Yeah, but what's scary too is, right, they're not asking you to investigate any of it, are they? They just want you to listen to what they tell you and to believe them unconditionally. What would happen if, let's say, the teachers, right? Let's say it's not, the teachers have no agenda. The teachers don't know any better, right? But what would happen if the government that owns those schools, right, and develops the curriculum, maybe they made some mistakes in the past, right, that they don't want you to really judge them on, because maybe you would think lesser of that government. So maybe they're just going to leave that part out of history. Do you think that would be possible? Yeah. So I would not trust a single word that I am telling you if I were you. Right? Even the Bible says, trust no man, I think. So, right? We're not supposed to trust men.
Is the earth actually flat?
That's a good question. I feel like I know that it is. I feel like I know it is, yeah. I've looked into it. The good thing that I'm seeing here is that you're starting to ask questions. And that is super important if you want to figure things out more on your own, rather than have people just tell you what's up, right? But now asking me, is the earth flat, right? I'm going to tell you, yeah, but who am I? You don't know me, right? And even if you did know me, how do you know you can trust me? You don't, right? That's why, like, when you're told your American history, what's crazy in school to me is that they tell you, and then they're going to tell you that if you don't learn it our way and test and answer the questions according to how we tell you, what's going to happen? You're not going to pass the class, right? What happens if you did your own investigation and came up with different answers? You're going to fail the class?
I'm gonna pass.
Why do you think you'd pass?
Different ways.
If you came up with a different what do you call it? A different conclusion after doing your own investigation on the American history. Let's say it's about the Pilgrims, and that maybe we weren't so nice to the Indians, or maybe we are. I don't know. The history books, I think, said that we sat down and had Thanksgiving with them. Did we celebrate with the Indians and we were all la-di-da? Do you know? Do you know much of American history, do you think? You do? You did well in American history? Good for you. Are you nervous now? Are you a little concerned, though, maybe that some of what they told you were like, did you investigate what they told you to other sources to try to verify? No, right. Yeah. So, who knows, right? It could just be stories some guy made up and you're just believing them. Is that possible?
Maybe.
Yeah. Do you care?
Kinda.
You do? Good. Good for you. I'm just asking. A lot of people will tell you no. You know what? You know, the older you get, you just got to get up, go to work, make your money, right? You got to make sure you pay the bills. I can't worry about whether American history is true. I can't worry about whether the earth is flat. But that's what kind of they do. They keep us busy on a treadmill, and then we can't even see the truth hiding right in front of our eyes. So they tell us we're spinning 1,000 miles an hour, right? And you say you can see a bullet. I'm not so sure you can see a bullet out of a barrel of a gun. I
Depends.
think you might be fibbing on like on a 1,000 miles an hour. That might be tough to see. But all right, if you tell me it depends, you might have better vision than myself.
During the night,
During the night, the bullet itself or just the explosion? You think
the bullet.
the actual bullet? You can see it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, cool. All right. Now, in relation to how fast that bullet's traveling, you're supposedly spinning that speed. Does that kind of impressive to you?
Somewhat.
Yeah, and a circular, right? In a circle, right? Because we're supposedly we live on a ball. So then, in addition to that speed, did you know that we're supposedly circling the sun, right? You know that? And the speed that we're circling the sun is supposedly 66,600 miles an hour. Now that's 66 times faster than a speeding bullet that we're traveling right now. That's pretty fast, right? That's almost amazing. It's hard to believe, isn't it? 1,000,000 miles per hour. We're moving. That means, right?
Yes. Is the sun moving?
Well, right. Well, according to science, your teachers, if you ask your teachers, they're going to tell you you're moving in all those different directions. You're spinning. You ready? You're spinning. You're circling the sun, and the sun is whizzing through space at 500,000 miles per hour. And yet, how about when you look up at those stars, right, at night? Those stars that you see every night, they've been there in that same exact spot for thousands of years also. But we're moving 500,000 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
How does that make sense to you? Seriously? Yeah, no. You can tell me, or you don't know. It doesn't? No. So that's good that you see that. You know, that's a lot of motion. And have you ever gone to like a lake on a perfectly still, calm day, right? Have you? And doesn't that lake lay perfectly flat and level like a mirror? Like you can it literally looks like a mirror sometimes, doesn't it? Now, how the heck is the lake sitting there looking like a mirror when we're doing all that crazy motion? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It does. How? Here you go. Ready? Check this out. I'm not going to give it too much motion. I'm just tilting it. What happens to the water, man? Just the tiniest little bit of tilt, and it reacts, doesn't it? And I just told you we're whipping around at 66,000 miles an hour, spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, and you don't think that that'll affect the water at all? No. How come?
I don't.
You what?
I don't.
You don't know? You don't know why? So you're just choosing to you just want to believe it, right? Yeah. It's fine. At least you're honest, right? But good, that's the first start. You know what? If you understand and if you can realize that really that you living on a spinning ball, space ball that water sticks to magically, and that's just a belief, because nobody's proving it. NASA, if they send you a bunch of pictures from space, and it's as long as if you want to believe that you can see evidence of them using harnesses. No, I haven't. I don't think anybody has. I can't prove that they haven't, for sure. I can't. I agree with you. But I can point out inconsistencies, right, in what they're trying to show us, and why they might be making mistakes, or maybe they're actually trying to show us that they're lying to us. I don't know which is which. Did you know that they actually say we went to the moon?
We did?
Yeah, the United States went to the moon in 1969.
Probably did.
You think so?
No, in this world.
What?
No, in this earth.
Knowing this Earth?
Yeah.
You think it would be just a pretty easy little endeavor to hop up to the moon?
Wouldn't say it'd be easy, but you could.
You could do it, you think? Well, let me ask you this. They did that in 1969. They went about, I think it was like 6 or 8 times. I can't remember how many it is exactly, right? But then they never went back. They never went back. And today, you can look this up on, if you look on YouTube, there's a guy named Don Pettit, right?
Don Pettit.
Yep, he's an astronaut. He's an astronaut liar. And he says, check this out. Tell me what you think about this. This astronaut guy says that we're not able to go back to the moon right now because we destroyed the technology to get to the moon, right? And it's too difficult a process to build it back. Have you ever seen the cars that we drove around in 1969? Like, have you seen what like an old car looks like? Do you think that the cars today are more technologically advanced than those cars from 1969? Somewhat. A little bit more than somewhat, right? I mean, we have cars that literally can be self-driving cars now, right? Right? So I would say there's been a significant advance in technology. So what I want to understand is, how can an astronaut liar, well, I'm telling you why, but how can an astronaut possibly tell us that we don't have the technology to get back to the moon and it's too difficult to build back when technology has, advanced significantly between, in a period of 50 years?
My question is, how do we know that this is true?
How do we know what is true?
That the Earth is flat?
That is your job now, man. That's why I handed you that card. I can give you extra ones if you want to. There's that video, that website on that card, flatearth101.com. I believe that's a good starting point for you. YouTube right now, tell me what flat Earth videos right now. Why would they be afraid of an idea such as flat Earth? Like, right? It's such a crazy idea, wouldn't you say? It's pretty absurd. I want to show you a couple things real quick if you got a second. Have you ever seen like the stars and the people? Can you see where that makes? They do to it. You do frequently? Have you ever done it? Have you ever seen Google's, this is Google's logo. Have you ever seen that before? Can you see the 3 6s on it? I'll show you. If you look at this, when they align, right, goes out 6, then another 6, 6. Can you see that? Oh, I lost you guys. Ooh. Let's see. I'm gonna change my spot. And we are back. I don't know how long I was gone. I'm sorry. Maybe it was when I got up. I don't know. Maybe there's a bad signal over here. Hopefully I'm still on. We're still on now. So. Let's see here. I'm gonna get toasted. I just realized I'm not wearing a shirt or anything for all this time. Let's see. Let's see. Is anybody here? I don't know. I can't tell. And we are back. Can't live stream. We lost the technology, and it's a painful process to be buffering. Sorry, guys. Flat Earth Viking, thanks for dropping in, brother. Or Expose Antarctica or Southbound, and check out some of the other channels in the chat. Heck yeah. Oh, camera overheating. There's a pretty good My Perspective channel. There's a pretty good breeze here, guys. Text talk to text sucks. Keep it flat. See y'all later. Sasha's out of here. Wait till he finds out dinos are fake. Camera needs a hat. Flag. Things are the best. We're just reading some. I have considered to go do the spray paint thing, but I figured if I did it, they'd know right away who did it. I have to do a different town. Our history is made up of lies. Props for maybe for sure. Oh, props for maybe for sure. Yeah, right? That was pretty cool. Like, it was weird. It was like he was considering sometimes, and then other times he was like going like back to like, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I might have to jump in that water for a little bit. I have cards if anybody wants a card to look into Flat Earth. YouTube hides this freaking stuff now. It's crazy. Oh, good. He already knows the Earth is flat. That's cool. He said he's definitely good on that. So, that's good. We don't have to do any work for him. Let's see here. Back on clear. Love you, Zoom. You're a legend. That's funny. I do like the praise sometimes, but I think that's really bad, right? You got to give the praise to the Lord. And we are back. I wonder how many people that bothers when I say that who are here. Maybe not so many, I think. But look at that. Isn't that great to have that nice flat freaking horizon in the background in a way? It's kind of hilarious. Oh. So this is pretty much exactly what I expected. Not much business. Like somebody else said, people probably go to the beach to forget about everything and just completely decompress the mind. Guess. I don't know. I don't think it's that hardcore. But maybe this is this is the proof that it is. Oh, my chair is on like an decline. It's not comfortable. It's too bad I don't have an umbrella. Well, I mean I do, but I can't use it right now. But it makes it hard to read if anybody's saying anything. Ah, you like that protection? Yeah, I made that video, like barely made it. It was like I was rushing to get it out because pandemic, the China thing was almost over, you know. So it wasn't the best timing, as somebody else said. I think I'm going to get a pretty freaking good burn here today, which is pretty cool. So I was, before the kid walked out, I was chatting about Mike Marshallek exploring again. I'm not sure who here knows him or not. Exploring again, he was checking out, trying to get to, he was really interested, he really was passionate about wanting to go to Antarctica. And, you know, we should be doing this right now, figuring it out, showing people and figuring it out. And he got SWAT teamed after being very, very vocal about, Mike Marshallek did, who was exploring again YouTube channel. They his town, Hoboken, New Jersey, where he lived, they brought in the whole mask mandate thing. They were forcing little kids in school to wear masks at school, and Mike went to the school and was like, no, my kid's not going to have to wear a mask in school, he's just going to go in school and be fine. They kicked this kid out, and he said, fine, then I'm not sending him back for a couple days. And he told them, well, the next day when his kid wasn't in school, they made a big deal, stink out of it, and they acted as though like maybe now Mike was like a danger of some sort to his kid. So they sent police to his house. They knocked on his door. Mike didn't want to chat with I don't blame him. He's in his own house. He doesn't have any reason to have to open that door. So he didn't open the door. So when he didn't open it, he didn't answer them. He didn't want to speak to them because he's already been burned by the police in the past. So they escalated it. They kept escalating it to the point they had 100 people surrounding his house. They called him. They said that his child was a hostage on the news. They literally said his own child, that he was staying in his house, and his wife was with him with his dog. And so then they kicked in his door. They broke down his door, and then they took him to jail, and they drugged him up for over a week, I think, with drugs. And at the end of it, they charged him with child endangerment, which, my friends, is a charge that could potentially carry 10 years in prison. Wow. Wow. So it's not like, it's not like any of us really have any obligation. That's freedom, baby. Yeah, that is freedom, right? You have the freedom to do as we tell you, or we will make sure you get re-educated. So he got re-educated. He's being re-educated, and I don't know. Aren't there enough of us? I mean, sometimes I see on I saw on Wits It Gets It's channel, he's got like 300 sometimes people watching. On Globebusters will sometimes have 5. RV Truth will sometimes have 800 people. I mean, I don't know, man. This qualifies as some type of an emergency. I think even more so than Flat Earth Fokker. I have nothing but contempt for any totalitarian police force. But I don't know. But I don't know what to do except that, like, I'll probably do a live stream where maybe we at least start calling Hoboken. We should probably call the Hoboken mayor and flood him with at least a minimum of phone calls. Flood the prosecutor. Can you imagine these like I don't know. All I know is that we really end up doing all this. You end up when you end up with a problem, with the government on top of you, you're pretty much going to be fighting it alone. So, anybody here think that fighting the government alone is going to end up usually very positive? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to have much of a positive end result fighting the government on your own. And so, if that's true, how scary is that? Like, that means that, more than likely, and what does the court system always do to you, right? Well, if you fight us, we're going to go for the maximum penalty for what you did. But if you make a deal with us and admit your guilt, now you can have it pretty easy. And you won't even have to do X, Y, and Z. All you have to do is admit you're guilty, and of course, as a caveat, you have to admit and let everybody know that you were free from coercion in your admittance of your guilt, right? They love to make sure that they force you to tell you, they literally force you to say that you are free from coercion. How funny is that? I might have 2 customers here if they come. These 2 girls are laughing, looking at the sign as they come out of the beach, but I don't think they're going to come over, unfortunately. Nope. So, my problem is here, I guess I don't see anybody saying nothing in the chat. So that's the story of Mike Marshalik. It's Exploring Again is his main channel, and he has a new one where he sent me a link, and I will, I'll do it on a live stream, if not tonight, soon, about what he's dealing with. And, maybe we can brainstorm. Does anybody even care? Anybody here even care? And if you do, is there anything we can do about it, or am I just wasting my breath here? I haven't heard from Biden in like 6 months. Is he hibernating, Sleepy Joe? Looks like a beautiful day. What's up, all? I'd rather go out fighting than on my knees. Yeah. So really not much. Not much input as far as any ideas for what we could do for Mike Marshalik or for Flat Earth Fokker. And I'm kind of in the same boat. I really don't know. I really don't know. Is there anything we could do for him? But if anybody has an idea, unfortunately, an expensive lawyer is the only path. Oof. That's so scary. Right? Is it? What about public outrage? that's not going to happen, I guess. We can't get enough people, maybe. Some Fox News coverage. I am only familiar with UK legal system. You know if this will help. Wheel of Doom. Any of you guys been following the Miami condo collapse? If I got anybody here, I don't even know. A friend of mine didn't take the fast, but few did, and he says they're acting really strange. Enough local outrage would bring justice for Mike. Unfortunately, most are zombies. That's what I think. I think it's possible to potentially get enough outrage locally. Seemed like crisis actors. I guess. Are you talking? I think you're talking about Mike's situation. The Miami condo collapse. Yeah, it did. There were like 3, 4. There's like 5 or 6 channels maybe of engineering channels that like one of them is his channel is called Building Integrity. Then another channel is Construction Something Analysis. And there's about 3 other channels that are like putting out like, oh, we figured out the reason and why the buildings collapsed. I kind of did a little bit, I touched a little bit of this on the live stream. And they're telling us why the buildings collapsed. And it really does feel like they are just literally propaganda channels. So I'm thinking that they need like a chat raid on them at some point where we can get in there and like if there are any real people watching those things, which I think there are. I mean, at one time there was like 400 people watching this live stream, and I was putting all kinds of stuff into the stream, and then they were closing, banning my account, and I'd open another one. They'd ban that, But I think that would be a good place for us. I think Firefox, and exploring again, Mike Marshall. I bet all the flooding in Europe will be blamed on, yeah. So, geoengineering. The other thing that I've been seeing a lot that people are posting is the whole where they're like separate, like the people who are vaccinated, and they're all like, I don't want to have to. I shouldn't have to mask when I got the vaccine, and so it seems like they're really pushing for that. Oh, by the way, Florida. Everyone, be careful if you come to Florida. Evidently, Florida is infested again with the Chinese thing. So you can definitely see the people on the beach are very concerned about it. Like when you walk out around, in little groups of people, they really, really look concerned. What a joke, huh? What a joke we live in. What a freaking joke. I think I'll probably go back to more recording my when I go out, because I don't know, it's cool to have people hanging out, but sometimes it probably just gets a little pointless. Hear me drone on. No, I haven't seen that video. 75 rounds of terror in a second. Well, thank God we have a gun that can shoot 75 rounds of terror in a second, right? Thanks for yeah. No, it's not pointless. You're right. Sometimes I feel like, whatever. You wouldn't be here if you were wasting time, right? I like to watch people out there too. I do like to feel like I'm getting a little bit more, people involved here where I'm at. But like I said, I came out here. I knew it wasn't going to be too busy, so that's all good. I'm sure I'm getting a pretty wicked tan right now too. So we need that. It'd be nice if we would turn my hair like back to brown again. That would be nice. France is having a mass uprising over mandatory jabs and government tyranny. No media coverage. Yeah. I'm a role model. I respect your patience. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a little scary though for you to say that. About a second, there is a harp on the outskirt. We broke record temps for Mayweather. Is modified in all countries. Yeah, it's so funny. I should be more, I guess I'm still getting a poor signal at some points. Hey, CC. Thanks for dropping in. You at the beach, I guess it was yesterday, huh? And you got your new, your camera, so that's cool. I didn't realize the beaches here would be this busy, and like I thought the place turned into like a hellhole in like July where it was too hot, but right now it's pretty nice. So I don't have any problems. I don't think any people here have any problems with the beach. I do know that there's a bunch of dead fish or something going on here, like some environmental freaking problem taking place. Does Max still have a channel? You can find Flat Earth Fokker on Odyssey and on LBRY. Hey, I see the message. I can barely read him. 1111. I see. Hey, brother. Disturbing what happened there. What's happening there, George? I'll tell you, man. Yeah, my dad. Like I've told people before, my dad took it, Chinese jab thing, and so did my mom, and it's so depressing. Like I had this conversation with Isaiah 40:22, where it's like you're like, here it is, you're telling your parents all this stuff about it and your relatives, your family, and like then they don't even bother they don't even take 2 minutes to look into any of it, and yet the government tells them what to do and they do it. And it's like, wow, what an insult. Like what a freaking insult. That you ask them, well, do you trust the government? You think the government doesn't lie? Oh no, I don't trust the government, my mom says. She will answer that. Well, you don't trust the government, and then I tell you just to look at stuff, and they won't even look at it. Absolutely disgusting. I wish I could drink a beer at the peak and just forget about all the bullshit in the world and of dead fish and birds dying. Yeah. Well, what's even really worse is like I just gave all that crap up. Like I don't smoke weed, I don't drink, I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do nothing. And I mean, I'm glad I'm not, but holy mackerel. You just got to deal with this shit then, I guess, face to face. You know, because it really does show you how drinking or any of these keep upping the offers to get people back. It's crazy, and yet that doesn't. Oh, I should be careful to get people. I'm just so sloppy when it comes to watching what I say. Um, Luckily, probably these streams are long enough that probably like not enough people hang around for, you know what I mean? Like not enough chilly people going to be here. You guys have been seeing about like they're bringing up like graphene is like a main ingredient. They say graphene is main. I don't think I'm burned yet, so that's good. I like to come out here kind of late in the day. So it's all good. Look at that. Like, the water was like, tilted a little on a ball. How would that work? I still can't figure out how people twist that up in their brains. But we do. We did. I did. So this is pretty interesting. I was hoping maybe the people when they were in the water would see it and they would come in. I'm not seeing so much really packed with foot traffic inside. I don't know. It's weird. Nothing's coming up now. So that was it. I think two teeny conversations. I should have been careful with what I said. I said to the one family, I said that made my day when they came over. So who knows? Maybe I blew it by mentioning that. Maybe that was all I'm going to get today. I don't know. So weird, like not many people like walking the beach either. Usually I see more people who are like walking up and down the beach. I don't think I've like barely seen anybody. You think there is even one thought here that they got a jab? If people ask why does it matter, this may have saved all our lives by not taking the poison in our veins. It's I kind of got depressed. I think I was even thinking about last night because my dad, you know, he got the shingles, right? Like 3 weeks later after it, and at 81, you know, like that kind of stuff isn't probably not so good to be stressing out your system too much. I was like, that would really blow if like we were to bite it in, you know, somewhat short time after taking that thing, you know. Whether or not related or not, it would still always linger in your mind, I think, a little bit. Supposedly that theirs site too, there's thousands of supposed fatalities that they say are linked. I can't imagine many flat earthers taking it. I mean, you guys, can you see the boat out there? I can see it really easily. I bet you this camera makes it seem like it's even further out. But he's not that far out. But he's on his way over the bend soon. The boat is. So disappointing not getting more little conversations. F no. My friends who don't believe like I do haven't taken it because I've shown them the poisons and side effects. Damn, bro. I need better friends. I need friends, actually, period. But my grandparents and extended families won't listen. They got the 2 jabs and have been sick for almost months. Wow. A little depressing. All right, well, guys, honestly, I'm not for a little bit. Probably just been I keep losing the stream a little bit. Mom got it. She's fine so far. That's good. My parents were acting a little bit. I felt like they were acting a little strange after it, but and I did the magnet test. Like I told people on my dad's arm, and it stuck. I need to go back. I was back there the other day. I didn't do it. I gotta bring talcum powder, and then like make sure his arm is totally smooth and try it again. Yeah. Did you guys? Yeah. Did you guys hear? And even what the kid said. You know, I'm like, well, why do you believe it, that we went to the moon? Because it's on TV. There you have it. Right? There you have it. It really does work. But all right, guys. I'm gonna probably call it quits. I was hoping. Because it takes like a lot of effort to drag all this garbage down here, so I won't be doing it again here. It's just like, what's the point?
Dante, get over here.
But
Come over here.
I will be on at another point. It's all good. I'm not fine yet. Don't worry about it. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming out and hanging out with me for as long as you did. And